Hello girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be replacing two front shock absorbers on this E92 N47 BMW. This is quite a clean car. It's got M Sport suspension, so do remember when you're doing these there is two types, the standard and the M Sport. So we're going to start with the nice and easy stuff, wheels off and disconnect drop links, stuff like that. So let's get through it. So it's still got the standard drop links. It's 116 there, and then if you look, there's a nut. You can get a 17 on the back of it and whip them out. And these shocks have indeed, well, they are popped and leaking everywhere. That is a sign of a leaky shock. So if you're seeing oil around your shock absorber, it's never a good sign. So with that out of the way, we need to get the pinch bolt out. I have indeed worked on this before when I had the pink marker pen, so it was a while. I think these are 18s. I'll double check. I was correct. They are 18s. And this sensor wire, I normally just chuck them out of the way there. Now, what I do with these, once I've undone the top, they will come out through the arch. So I will always tape the arch up just in case anything touches. It is a bit tight, but it does get through there. It does save removing all the lower arms and everything like that. And then we'll put the little spreader in the back to open up the back. And the shock should come straight out. So we'll show you how that does now. There's nothing really to worry about this, but you do need good spring compressors on this because the springs are quite big, if I remember correct. Okay, we've stripped both sides. We're taped up to stop any marks. Now, 13 mils. Now, if you're a little bit lazy like me, you can put a little spanner and undo them that way. Drop these two and then just undo that one slowly, which is what I'm going to do because I hate removing these. They're always just a pain in my backside. And then we will get the shock absorbers out. So 313s on both sides. All right, well, 313s on both sides, they're all out and in a place where hopefully I won't lose them. Well, when we refit, there's a little notch that goes up here, which is preset camber. These have got oval holes, so if you ever wanted more camber, you could remove that notch and tuck it in, but you'd only get a marginal like 0.2 of a degree of camber or something like that. But the option's there if you ever did need it. So now we're going to raise the car up and get the shocks out of there. Looks broken, but it's not. Nothing's under a lot of tension here. One thing I do need to tell you is remove the wire out of there. I forgot to do it on this side and nearly had a problem, but luckily we managed to get there beforehand. All we've got to do now is tap the shock absorber up, but I'm going to do the other side. I did actually have to put a lever bar in here to here just to help it down. Obviously, if you've got a helper with you, then it's just one person pushes down, one person maneuvers the shock out. We'll get the other side out and then we'll stick them in the spring compressor. But yeah, saves a lot of time having to remove lower control arms and stuff like that. Just, well, there's a will, there's a way. This is what YouTube's for, tips and tricks, save you a little bit of time. So one side's off. This was the side that wasn't leaking. That is not coming back out no matter what happens. Yeah, this one, well, we can tell this one is absolutely cream crackered. So, passenger side's already back on and together. And this is fit for the scrap. We are using Saks, I just dropped oil everywhere. Saks shock absorbers for these. Right, now let's get it fitted. All right, we're all in and tight up here. And that was what I was talking about, the little notch here. That is for your camber. I just remembered I haven't put the cover in for the shock there. That's better. So yeah, that little notch is for your camber. Now to rebuild the rest of the suspension. Not much left to do. We are just looking at drop link on both sides and pinch bolt, and that's it. Okay, so we're all paint marked up, everything's there. We've also cleaned the hub face and put some copper slip on there because it's a BMW and they like to seize on. I've done the same on the other side, so now it is peel the tape off, put the wheel on, give it a road test. All right, wheels are on. Locking nut is as close to the valve as I can get it. Now, just gonna check the tightness of the top nuts and take it for a quick road test. And, as always, put the locking nut back where you found it. So now it's back on the floor. You can actually see there is a slight arch gap, which there wasn't there before because the shocks were completely foobar. So, let's take it on a quick road test. Time for the road test. So far, no knocks and bangs and feeling good. So after a nice road test, it's driving fine, it's driving nice and straight, but we are going to get the customer to come back after a few days just to check the alignment, because we don't want it to wear out the tyres or anything like that. With new suspension, we always advise a wheel alignment after, but normally give it a couple of days just to settle down to make sure it's, well, it's going to be right when we do it. So this one for now is done.